So I'm now at the point with my 240Z motor, it's a 73, where I'm getting close to getting ready to start it on the engine stand. And what I've got to do now is I've got to put the distributor in, and I want to make sure I put it in the right position, one, where it's on top dead center, and then get my spark plug wires set in the right position. And I've watched several videos, and I just decided to make my own video on how I'm trying to find top dead center. So based on the stuff I've read and watched, for me finding top dead center, I'm looking at four things. I'm looking at where my piston position is on the number one cylinder. I want to make sure that piston is on the compression stroke, so it's going up or, on its way up. I also want to make sure my timing mark is, I would hope, to be somewhere close to where the timing indicator is to time it. It should be relatively close, I would think. I also want to make sure my rotor position is pointed forward towards the radiator in the car, because I've seen other cars and I've looked at pictures and stuff, and they all have that, that's where the distributor and the rotor's pointing for them all. So I know that's right, and I looked at my book and that's right. But my final and best test is going to be where the cam lobes are, because I know if both the cam lobes, if both of the intake and exhaust valves are closed, that tells me I'm on the compression stroke, and that's where I need to be to set top dead center. So given those things, here's how I've gone about trying to figure it out. What I've done first is to look where my I put a screwdriver in there where the spark plug goes, and you probably can't see it now, but that piston is really close to the top. So I like where my piston is on that. But then I came around here and I looked at my timing mark, and I saw I highlighted it there in yellow. It's kind of below my indicator here, so the timing mark's off. I really like where this keyway is, how it's positioned straight up and down, because I know my distributor will fit right into that. So I like that, but this is late. That doesn't look, I don't know if I like that, being late like that. And here's the telling thing. When I look at the actual cam, and I'm looking at the cam lobes now, here's the intake lobe, and I believe this is the exhaust. I could be wrong, I don't know. But the point is that this lobe is right on top of the spring there. So you can watch as I turn this, it'll rotate around, and I want both those valves to be closed. So I don't want the lobe to be pressing down on the spring. So I'm going to rotate it around. So I can get that lobe off off those springs so they don't move anymore. And so see here, I'm almost there. Now I've got the cams. Now see, I've got them both one's going this way and one's coming out this way. And there is no tension on these springs. So that tells me that the valves are closed, that I'm definitely on the compression stroke. And when I come over here and I look at my spark plug hole, I can see the piston right up there, and it's right near the top. So that tells me I'm on the compression stroke, I'm near the top, so those are both perfect. And look at my keyway thing here. It's straight up and down where it should be. So if I take it's hard to do with one hand. When I take my distributor, it should just fit right in here, and it does, look at that. And it fits right in there, and that's kind of set in the right position. That's great. So that's where I've seen the other cars that I've seen in pictures and on videos and stuff, where my rotor is pointing forward towards the radiator like it should be. And I look at my timing mark, and I can see it up there. It's just before the indicator. And I like that. I like being, I'd rather be before top dead center than after. So I like it like it's a little before. There's the position of the rotor, and both my cam lobes are not engaging the springs. The springs are loose. So I know we're on the power stroke. So that is how I have figured out top dead center for me. I hope this helps.